Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. There's been a storm brewing in the NFL world this week, and it's all swirling around one name, DeVonta Smith. The young star wide receiver, known for his precise route running and calm but deadly presence on the field, just made one of the most shocking decisions of the offseason. Reports are saying that Smith has turned down a massive renewal offer from the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that believed he'd be their future cornerstone alongside Jalen Hurts. Instead, he's decided to head north and sign with the Chicago Bears. Yeah, you heard that right. DeVonta Smith is about to suit up in navy blue and orange. Now, this isn't official yet, but insiders close to the situation are calling it virtually done. And if this happens, it changes everything for both franchises and possibly the entire NFC picture. The Eagles lose one of their most dangerous weapons, and the Bears, for once, might have found their superstar receiver to define a new era. But what led to this shocking move? What made Smith walk away from stability, from the team that drafted him, from the quarterback he's had chemistry with since college? That's the million-dollar question swirling in every sports bar right now. From what's being whispered behind closed doors, this wasn't just about money. Though, let's be honest, that always plays a role. Sources close to the locker room say Smith felt undervalued in Philadelphia's offensive scheme. Despite being a consistent performer, often bailing the team out in clutch moments, Smith reportedly felt that the spotlight was shifting too heavily toward A.J. Brown, leaving him as more of a secondary option. And if you know Smith's mentality, that doesn't sit well. He's a quiet competitor, the kind of player who doesn't talk much but lets his game do the screaming. The Eagles, on the other hand, believe they could keep him happy with a generous offer, somewhere around 4 years, $96 million. But apparently, Smith wanted more than cash. He wanted respect, identity, and a place where he could be the focal point, not the afterthought. And according to sources, Chicago sold him exactly that dream. A fresh start, a growing offense, and the chance to become the face of a franchise that's desperate for a hero. Now, the Bears aren't exactly known as a wide receiver's paradise. For years, it's been where great potential goes to waste, a revolving door of quarterbacks, unstable play calling, and constant rebuilds. But this time, things might be different. With Caleb Williams, the electric rookie who's already being hailed as the next big thing, taking over as quarterback, the Bears front office seems determined to finally build a real, balanced offense. That's what drew Smith in, insiders claim. The promise of working with a young, creative quarterback who thrives on improvisation, combined with a coach who's willing to design an offense around his strengths. The Bears reportedly offered Smith a deal north of $110 million over 5 years. But again, it wasn't just the money. It was the vision. Chicago pitched him as the leader of a cultural transformation, a player who could rewrite the team's offensive history. They didn't just want him to join. They wanted him to define them. And for Smith, that was too tempting to ignore. What's fascinating about all this is how quietly it developed. Just 2 weeks ago, DeVonta was posting workout videos in Eagles gear, smiling, locked in, business as usual. Then, out of nowhere, this story explodes, and people inside the Eagles facility start noticing things. Smith not attending optional team meetings, a little tension between him and Brown during minicamp drills, and, reportedly, some friction between his agent and the front office. When asked, both sides played it cool. The Eagles insisted talks were ongoing, and Smith camp said they were exploring all options. But now, looking back, it feels like the writing was on the wall. The Eagles' offense had grown crowded with stars, and when a player like Smith feels boxed in, it's only a matter of time before he looks elsewhere. It's not bitterness, it's ambition. And in a league built on ego and opportunity, ambition always wins. Fans in Philadelphia are stunned, some even furious. They watched Smith grow from a soft-spoken rookie into a clutch performer who delivered when it mattered most. From that breakout game against the Giants to his surgical catches in the playoffs, Smith became a symbol of reliability. Losing him feels like losing a piece of the team's soul. And yet, this is the business side of football at its rawest. Players want to win, but they also want to feel seen. The Eagles' front office, juggling big contracts for Hurts, Brown, and other key pieces, may have underestimated just how much Smith wanted to be the guy. Meanwhile, Bears fans are already flooding social media with mock-ups of Smith in a Chicago jersey, calling him the missing piece. The excitement in the Windy City is real, cautious, but real. After years of disappointment, this could finally be the turning point they've been waiting for. So where does this leave both teams? For the Eagles, it's a gut punch, no question. They'll have to scramble to fill the void, possibly targeting another receiver in free agency or through a blockbuster trade. For the Bears, it's a statement, a declaration that they're done being a rebuild story and ready to compete now. And for DeVonta Smith, it's a bold gamble. He's betting on himself, betting on a young quarterback, and betting that his talent can elevate a team that's long been desperate for an identity. It's risky, but that's what makes it so compelling. This isn't just a move, it's a message. Smith is saying he's ready to step out of the shadows and into his own spotlight. Whether it pays off or backfires spectacularly, one thing's for sure: everyone will be watching. The second wave of this story is even juicier because it's not just about football. It's about relationships, pride, and legacy. Word around the league is that Jalen Hurts took the news personally. The two have a deep bond dating back to their Alabama days, where they built chemistry that carried into the pros. Hurts reportedly tried to reach out to Smith as soon as rumors began circulating, but insiders say the conversations were short and cold. Not out of anger, but out of disappointment. Hurts saw Smith as part of his journey, part of his story. To lose him like this, especially to another NFC team, hits deep. The Eagles' locker room, usually tight-knit, is said to be processing the shock. Even A.J. Brown, who's active on social media, posted a cryptic message: "Nothing lasts forever." It's that kind of tension that turns a rumor into a saga. And make no mistake, this one's far from over. Meanwhile, in Chicago, the atmosphere is completely different. The Bears' front office is buzzing with confidence, celebrating quietly as if they've pulled off a heist. They see Smith as the piece that legitimizes their rebuild. The marketing team is already working on campaigns built around him and Caleb Williams. The future is now, apparently the slogan being floated internally. It's not just about touchdowns. It's about rewriting the perception of what the Bears can be. The city has been starving for a star who brings both flash and class, and Smith fits that bill perfectly. He's not loud, not controversial, just elite at what he does. Sources say Williams personally reached out to Smith before the deal went public, pitching him on their shared vision to turn Chicago into a destination for offensive talent. If this connection works, it could change everything. But of course, this is the NFL, and nothing is guaranteed. Behind the scenes, agents and executives across the league are paying close attention. Moves like this have ripple effects. If a player like DeVonta Smith, quiet, loyal, team first, can walk away from his drafted team for a better situation, it sends a message to every young star. Loyalty has limits. Teams might start rethinking how they structure their offenses and contracts. We could be entering a new era where receivers, not quarterbacks, dictate the power balance. Smith isn't chasing clout, he's chasing fit. That subtle shift could change how franchises operate. The Bears, traditionally a defense-first team, are now embracing a bold offensive identity. And that might just spark a cultural change across the league. Remember when Stephon Diggs left Minnesota for Buffalo and became unstoppable? That's the kind of energy people are sensing with this move. Of course, some skeptics are already raising questions. Chicago's offensive line still has issues. Their play calling, even with new personnel, hasn't proven itself. And Caleb Williams, while talented, is still a rookie. Can Smith really thrive in that kind of uncertainty? Or is this just another chapter in the Bears' long history of almosts? Time will tell. But those close to Smith say he's fully aware of the risks. He's betting on his ability to elevate everyone around him. And that's exactly what great players do. There's also talk that Smith's deal includes significant performance incentives, meaning he's literally putting his money where his mouth is. That's not arrogance. That's confidence. He's walking into a new city with something to prove, and the league better take notice. Eagles fans, though, aren't letting go without a fight. Social media is flooded with highlight reels, farewell posts, and plenty of angry comments directed at management. Some are blaming the front office, others are calling Smith ungrateful, and a few are simply heartbroken. It's hard to lose a player who represented the best of what your team stood for: quiet excellence, hard work, and loyalty. But maybe this was inevitable. Maybe Smith outgrew the Eagle system. Maybe he needed to carve out his own space, away from the shadow of Hurts and Brown. Chicago offers that. It's a blank canvas, and he gets to paint the picture however he wants. It's poetic, in a way. The Slim Reaper leaving the city of brotherly love to become the savior of the Windy City. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. This move has shaken the NFL to its core. It's more than a signing. It's a statement about control, ambition, and self-worth. DeVonta Smith is rewriting his story one route at a time. Philadelphia will move on, as great teams do, and Chicago will dream big, as desperate franchises must. But the echoes of this decision will linger for seasons to come. Every time Smith lines up in Bears colors, every time he catches a touchdown in Soldier Field, people will remember this moment. The day he chose to walk away from comfort and chase greatness on his own terms. And that's what makes sports so powerful. It's never just about the game. It's about the courage to change your own narrative, no matter the cost. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The ripple effect of DeVonta Smith's decision is already starting to shake the landscape of the NFL offseason. Front offices across the league are reportedly reassessing their negotiations with young stars, realizing that loyalty can no longer be taken for granted, not even with homegrown talent. What Smith did wasn't just a career move, it was a message about empowerment. The new generation of players doesn't want to just fit into systems. They want systems built around them. Chicago promised that, and Smith took the leap. There's something poetic about that. A player walking away from a contender to help build a new one from the ground up. It's not about chasing rings that others forged. It's about forging your own. That's a rare kind of mindset in this era of super teams. And for the Bears, it's the boldest recruitment they've pulled off in decades. Insiders say the team facilities have a different energy now. Players are more locked in, staff are excited, and even veterans are whispering that something special might be brewing. Philadelphia, on the other hand, finds itself in unfamiliar emotional territory. The Eagles are known for being cold, calculated, and unbothered by departures, but this one stings differently. It's not because they lost a player. It's because they lost one who embodied their identity. DeVonta Smith wasn't flashy, didn't talk trash, and rarely celebrated loudly. He was the quiet assassin, the heartbeat of that receiver room. Losing him feels like losing a piece of their character. Reports say the Eagles' front office is already scouting for potential replacements, possibly eyeing a trade before the season opener. But fans aren't convinced anyone can replicate what Smith brought. That silent confidence, that steady hand when everything was on the line. The city of Philly thrives on heart, and Smith gave them that in spades. Even though his chapter there has ended, the respect remains. And maybe, just maybe, when the Bears face the Eagles next season, there'll be more love than hate in the air, mixed with a heavy dose of what if. For DeVonta Smith, though, the road ahead is both thrilling and uncertain. Chicago is offering him everything he's ever wanted: the spotlight, the trust, the creative freedom to dominate. But with that comes pressure. He's no longer the complementary piece. He's the centerpiece. Every catch, every drop, every route will be analyzed under a microscope. Yet those who know him best say he thrives under pressure. They call him the Slim Reaper for a reason: calm, patient, and deadly when it counts. And that's exactly the kind of energy the Bears need to change their story. This move might redefine Smith's legacy, transforming him from a talented receiver in a loaded offense to a franchise icon in a city desperate for one. If he succeeds, this will go down as one of the boldest, smartest career decisions of the decade. If not, it'll still be remembered as the moment a player chose purpose over comfort. And that in today's game is a victory in itself. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.